What's up, guys? Anthien here to do a commentary about some friends and I screwing around in the wilderness. So this was after warbands, and I wasn't really planning to record this, but since I got done with my finals, I am now on break. So might as well make some videos. Some friends wanted to do some death matches, and I really enjoy watching them, so I came up here with my fletching supplies and just watched them go at each other. Alright, this first match is with MrEmmaWatson, who has a fetish for British celebrities, and II Rohan II, who fights to protect Middle Earth. This fight was pretty interesting. Rohan's a member of my clan. Emma's the one who usually leads warbands for Slayer Nest, and those of you who do warbands would see us as some BSing rogue clan, which I really can't disagree with, but it's really fun going with them. Every now and then we would argue, but at the end of the day, the motto is yellow bands, so we were pretty used to each other when things go wrong. As you can see, Rohan just took out Emma, which is kind of funny because I never really see Emma die in the wilderness. He's usually really careful but aggressive at the same time. I guess Rohan didn't have any watermelons for him to BS. Okay, this next fight was with Mr Kuradal, husband of the Slayer Master, but he just got slain by Herbology. Alright, this next fight was with Rohan and Stitie, and anyone who does warbands would know Stitie likely. He's the first name on the KOS list on the warbands tracker site, and he can pretty much take out anyone on single, but Rohan put a pretty good effort on this fight. He also had inferior armor, as you can see. He was using a hand canyon. He didn't have a Vistor. I don't think he had a Phoenix necklace either, and he was using K-fish and not rocktails, but he put up a really good fight. So, I guess now that I'm on break, my plans right now is probably finishing up deviation. I'm at 95, so that shouldn't be too hard, I guess. And I'm probably going to go for the more completionist requirements, because it's about time I max my total and actually get into the completionist group or whatever. I've always kind of been underground type player, but I don't know, I enjoy it. It's pretty peaceful. Right now the fight's pretty head on. Neither side's really giving in. Rohan doesn't really have ice barrage either. So yeah, I found this a pretty good fight. Oh, and Rohan was about to be taken out there, but then there was a miss. I was telling him to protect magic, but he managed to pull it off. I think at this point he was out of food, so he was just trying to take out Stitie at this point, and I think Stitie was out of food too because he wasn't eating at all. But yeah, the winner is Stitie, but I think Rohan could have won if he had the same armor as Stitie. So that was a really good fight for him. And we let each other pick up our stuff. I mean, we're not really risking anything significant. A death match is fight to the death, not like just PK or stuff or whatever. So I didn't think that was that significant. This next fight was with Stitie and Mr Kuradal. This was a soul split fight, which seems kind of fair because meleeers can use smash to take out protection prayer, and it is also a lot more risky. You gotta be pretty careful with when you use freedom and anticipation, or else you just be standing there using up all your food. It's also a good fight. Looks like Mr. Kuradal didn't pull off, and Stitie won again. Yeah, it looks like he lost his chaotic mole too, which really sucks. Yeah, that's why I probably wouldn't be risking a chaotic mole anytime soon if I'm doing war bands and want to do melee, because I'm not really careful with my prayer or life points for that matter. Oh yeah, and what's a deathmatch video if I'm not in it? I wasn't really playing to PK to begin with, so as requested, I took on Herbology, who has his PhD in making steroids with weeds and whatnot. So might as well have a death match. I am not by far good at PKing whatsoever. I mean, I just recently got into it more, but other than that, I just been doing warbands, like wanting to loot and stuff. But I'm more broad about it now, and this was an interesting fight. I was trying to make him confident to thinking all I had was like a royal crossbow, but then I pulled out my polypore at the right time and took him out with wild magic. And I was like, whoa, that was faster than I thought. So yeah, I won this one and waited for him to pick up his stuff. He never got his polypore though, and he was using Ring of Recoil. I didn't even notice that myself. And it turns out he was using adrenaline potions too, but it didn't work for him in the beginning. So yeah, good fight, Herb. And this final fight is with Herbology and Rohan. And this fight got kind of crazy because they were just moving around like ninjas. So I had trouble trying to get the camera to keep up with them. But it was an interesting fight. It was range melee. Mage and melee versus range and magic, which was kind of what my fight was, except it's Rohan fighting this time. Yeah, they were just it almost looked like a movie because they were just like running back and forth. So I wasn't too sure what the point of that was, but it made it look really interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna be going for completionist requirement, and hopefully I can get that around Christmas, and that'll be the first time I ever max my total. So I'll be jumping up a lot of ranks once that happens. Gain quite a bit of fletching XP during this video. Dark arrows are kind of tricky to fletch with because they kind of consistently go down, so I gotta make them and sell them as soon as possible. All in all, this is a good fight, and the Herbology got taken down. Rohan wins this one. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and oh yeah, this is the bloopers requested by Herb to put this up. And this was actually the original fight. This was their first fight. The fight that you just saw was actually their second fight. But it was kind of funny when for this one because Rohan's keybinds was on rocktails, and I think he was using cavefish, so he couldn't eat. So he just got taken out. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed, and thanks for watching.